have of just keeping the animals. So I think the transition period from 3 to 200 over was a very significant time for me, because I didn't get into it directly commercially.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge that also I normally get to now with farmers, because you introduce a farmer into rabbit farming, uh, uh, immediately he or she wants to make money. Hey, Justin, how do I make money here? How do I make money here? Pesa iko wapi?
Yeah.
Yeah. But these things, there are a lot of things intertwined in between. Yeah. And if you don't have something more driving you than the money you're looking at to get at the end of it all, then I think you're gonna lose the plot in between.
In rabbit farming, do you have different breeds, or?
The subsistence, or the traditional way that we use to keep the rabbits, or the local ones, or the called kienyeji ones, yeah.
Okay.
But you see now, if you want to do it now commercially, yeah, now you need to consider the hybrid rabbits.
Okay.
Yeah, because their turnaround period is very quick. By the time they are be able to be harvested for meat, around 4 months. Yeah, and they can give you a kg of meat. You see that that you cannot attain from the local breed.
Yeah.
So for the hybrid ones, there are a variety of breeds. Like there's the California white, there's the New Zealand white, there's the Checker giant, there's the Flemish giant, there's the Palomino, there's Havana, there's Dutch. There are a variety of breeds that farmers can keep for meat.
Okay.
But now there are some that have good mothering tendencies. Some that give you bigger breeds. So it depends as a farmer what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah, because for example, New Zealand and California, they are good mothers. Yeah.
Okay.
They most of the time they look after the young ones very well. Yeah, you find like the Flemish giants, they can give you bigger breeds, but they have poor mothering instincts. So if she gave birth, for example, to 8, then due to bad luck or due to bad mothering abilities, you might lose 4. But you see, for example, for the New Zealand, you'll see you getting all the 8. You'll be able to win the 8 during the winning period.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that you look for when now a farmer you're looking at to get into the commercial aspect. What are you looking at? So, for example, you can have the bigger breeds. You can have the bigger breeds as the males, and you can have these ones that have good mothering instincts. You can have them as females. So that now you'll be doing crossbreeding, but you'll be doing it for meat. Yeah, but now if you need also to do pure breeding, now you be doing pure breeding if you want to sell other breeds to other farmers. So I can say now it depends with, I think, farmer to farmer, what are you really looking at?
Looking for their needs and what they want to do with that business, if they are going to commercialize it.
Yes.
Yeah, so a farmer also, it's important for the farmer to have a goal. Or why are they doing it? Are they doing it for breeding purposes only, breeding and selling? Do they want for meats? Do they want for, what else? We talked about meats.
You can do now in the value chain.
Yeah.
You can in the value chain you can be having, as a basic farmer, I think the core product you'll have is the meat.
Okay.
Yeah. Now from the meat, for us, if a farmer keeps the rabbits in this modern caging systems, meaning at the time that you're harvesting the rabbit for meat, you can even buy the coat, the pelt, because the rabbit will be clean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So it
Yeah.
becomes additional revenue to the farmer.
Yeah.
For us, we deal with the meat or we deal with the hide to make bunny slippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we harvest the urine and we normally sell some, and also some of we donate. We donate farm some to also to marginalized communities, so that now they can add back to their farms and also add back to the community. So that's what that's basically the main core products. But also from the meat, you can do value addition. Maybe you can get sausages, because as we are saying. The rabbit meat market is very virgin. Nothing much has been done about rabbit meat. You don't move around seeing rabbit cuts, seeing let's say rabbit legs being sold somewhere, seeing maybe rabbit sausages somewhere. Yeah, frequently those. So that communicates about the space that is there. So I think for a farmer, is the basic thing is to look at the basic numbers that you can start with for you to make some economic gain. And to me, I think for a smallholder farmer, once you have like 10 breeding mothers, 10 breeding mothers, then you have like three bucks, yeah.
Okay.
You have 10 doors, then you have 3 bucks. So those 10 doors, I said after 4 months, 4 to 5 months, they should start giving you 30 to 40 kgs every subsequent month after the 5th month. But also the numbers, as you keep on breeding, the numbers also they keep on growing.
Yeah, they do.
Because also you will also not necessarily will you sell all that have been given birth at your farm. You can retain some, especially for the females, to add to your breeding stock. And once you add that, you'll start also adding to your numbers. And for a goal, I believe everybody has his own target. Yeah, they like for the figure that you want to look at. But I can say when you check out on the feeding, like for the feeding, if you're doing it for the commercial aspects, there are rabbit pellets, the commercial feeds, of which right now we know they're quite pricey. Of which also is a factor of production that also is affecting farmers in another way. But if, as you are saying, rabbits are efficient feed converters. So as a farmer, if you stick to strict management principles, especially in terms of feeding and the feeding regime, to make sure that the rabbits get sufficient meat, sufficient feed that is useful for them at that particular period, because they're the ones that are growing, they're the ones that are mature, they're the ones that are lactating, they have the small ones, they're the ones that are pregnant. So each stage requires different feeding ratios. Like you find, like you range between maybe 70 to 200 grams of feed per day, depending at which stage the animal is. So you find that with good, proper management, that also will control diseases, because what you'll also pull a farmer behind can also be diseases. And diseases are brought about by management. We find like the caging system really guides in the management of rabbits in terms of diseases, because as we are saying, the cage is self-cleaning. So all the droppings on the urine, they drop beneath the cage, meaning where the rabbit is staying is very clean. So meaning even pests and parasites to to inhabit becomes it's not easy because the place remains clean. Yeah, so that controls your rabbits getting infections. And because a rabbit getting infection during time of growth pulls back the growth speed, then meaning the time that you'll be ready to harvest the meat, the rabbit will not have attained the required weight.
Yeah.
So how you do management of the cage and how what you feed the rabbit, because the rabbit is in a hatch. So anything affecting the rabbit is a human factor.
Okay.
Is what you have provided or what you're coming to feed the rabbits. So you be keen on where you're sourcing your feeds, what you're giving your rabbits, and the environment you're providing for them. Once you check those aspects, then you'll have covered the management well-being of the rabbit, and it will ensure that during the harvest time, you have spent nearly 350 to around 375 bob in terms of feeding, management, labor, inclusive there.
Okay.
So that now when you are selling for meat, you can sell from 500, depending to the market you are selling. Some sell to even 800 per kg. So you find you'll recoup your money on the basis of a one rabbit. So as I was saying now, the economies of scale, of course, as you keep more, you'll continue getting more revenue, and you'll continue pushing your costs down. But also with a few, can also realize the income from the rabbits as long as you are very keen on the management aspect of it. Yeah, because now the management aspect is a human factor. Yeah, because they are not going freely outside, or if you have provided a free area, the free area is quarantined. So you see all those human factors that are getting involved in between. Yes.
What advice would you give from your experience and your, the research that you've done on how a farmer can supplement or come up with a different or complement the pellets as a feeding regime so they can lower their costs of the feeds, because they can be quite expensive?
Yeah, sure. I think maybe I'll advise not totally doing away with the pellets.
Okay.
Maybe what a farmer can do, maybe if the farmer is giving the rabbit 100 grams, he can half the feeds.
Okay.
By 50%. He can be giving the farmer 50 grams, but then he supplements with something else. Maybe, for example, he gives the rabbit a lot of hay, or a lot of green matter in that sense, so that now it balances with the feed. So what I think now, at the end of the day, the catch will be where you are sourcing the hay, or where you're getting the vegetables, because you might be running away from the cost of the pellet, but you find the way, the hassle that you go through getting the hay and the vegetable, it translates to the original price.
Exactly.
I know for big farms, they're the ones. Some of them have their own pelleting machines. They have their own formulas. You can, of which they're there. You can mix maize jam. You can mix bran. You can mix soya. You can mix sunflower cake. You can formulate a feed using those different nutritional components. But also now for the smallholder farmer, it's a challenge for the smallholder farmer to come up with their own feed. So I think the best they can advise is they really be keen on the measurements that they are giving their rabbits in terms of the pellets and in terms of what they are consuming. Because as we keep on saying that rabbits are efficient feed converters. So it means if you're keen on the measurements of feed that you're giving your rabbit, meaning Being keen in meaning you are not giving excess each and every time at any stage of the rabbit is in, and also be keen on the ones that are wasteful, because also as animals they are quite also different. Yeah, you find there's the ones those that eat well, the ones that create wastage. So I think those small aspects are the ones that are gonna make a difference, a big difference by the time that you're gonna sell, because the most important thing is for you to sell as quick as possible, for you to harvest the meat as quick as possible. Yeah, because also if you're keen on too many things, then it means it will slow the growth of the rabbit. When it slows the growth of the rabbit, you'll stay longer with the rabbit, meaning now you'll lose the economies of selling the rabbit at the time that it was required.
I like that. And I think as you're explaining, what struck me, I was just reminded of your early explanation about rabbits and management. So if you don't know where the food is coming from, you could end up introducing diseases. Because most of the diseases are actually in caged farming, they're introduced by human. The human beings who are managing that. So I think it's just a balance on what to do, because again you might spend more sourcing the hay, sourcing the greenery, the greens to give, than just sticking and to the pallets and just making sure that you increase the efficiency. So if it's 70 grams, you just make sure they consume the 70 grams, and then you monitor the rabbits that are consuming more than their allocation, so that you can regulate that.
Yeah, because now, for example, even for you looking at where you're sourcing the feeds, for example, you can buy the pellets, the bag of rabbit pellets from an agrovet or somebody who's supplying feeds, but it depends from the factory to where the feed was stored. How was it stored? If at the agrovet the feed was stored badly, so you as a farmer, by the time you're purchasing that feed, you're purchasing feed that is already poisoned. If you're not now careful, it normally goes back to where you are sourcing your feeds, or where you're getting your feeds. Then now when you come with the feed, how are you storing them? That's another very important thing. Because for the pellets, they have to be stored in an airtight container. Airtight lid container, so that now you only open it when you're feeding the rabbit. So you make sure that you keep the feed fresh, and you keep the feed in a good state. And even for the hay, if you buy hay somewhere it was cut, where somewhere, for example, cattle were feeding or goats were feeding, you find like when the cows are moving around, you don't know they are moving what was there in their hooves. When they went to secrete their feces, you don't know what it was in there. So you find that where the grass has been cut, it's somewhere that has been already inhabited by parasites and pests. By the time you bring that hay to your rabbit, you're already bringing a disease to them. So I think, as I'm saying, it's all coupled by human action. Just need to go back and check where you're sourcing your feeds. When you come to the farm, how you're storing your feeds. From storage, how are you feeding? How are you administering the feeds? All those aspects count.
They really do. Thank you for sharing that. From your journey, it has not been easy. So how did you transition from the few rabbits that you had to commercialize your whole farm?
I think what gave me great advantage was when I started. I started it out of compassion. It was a downtime time for me. But now, even for the three, I had savings, personal savings, that I managed to set a hatch of 6 cages. Then now from there is where I kept the 3 rabbits. I think that time costed me around 16,000. Should be everything, the cage plus the rabbits. Then I think I was able to start. The greatest investment, I think, was the period I stayed for them from 3 to 200.
Okay.
Even not the money that now I've been looking for to grow the business. Because from 3 to 200, I could get even assistance from friends, I get assistance from family out of what they're seeing me to doing. Some of them also, they are loving it and contributing. I'm also buying my rabbit. That is my rabbit. When it gives birth, you'll keep those litters for me. So, so that's how also I got to grew the numbers now out of the compassion setup of it. Before now, I got into the business cycle of it. Okay. Now, of course, now getting into the business cycle of it now, you needed to put structures. How am I going to sell? How am I going to make money? How am I going to stock? And all that as time grew, of course, I needed additional finance.
Yeah.
So I could get from lenders. I was fortunate the same period I was still a youth, I could get government assistance from the youth funds, from the WESO funds. I could apply for short-term loans. So I think the period that I stayed from 3 to 200, it was a greatest investment to me, to my mind, and to the strength that I needed to continue growing the business, because now at the end of it all, I've had challenges. It's not easy because, you know, as you are saying, we are talking about an animal that gives you a product that needs continuous and constant awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So being coupled with that, you find that most of the time you need a lot of finances, especially in terms of marketing, in terms of maintaining your own market, and actually looking for more markets. Yeah, and you find that a lot is consumed in there, and it's not a matter of finances alone. It's also mentally, what have you invested mentally? Yeah, because as you going there, out there, creating awareness, you'll get a lot of rejections. But as a person, how are you handling the rejection? So I think apart from the finances, also I think the personal grit has also enabled me to surpass the challenges, and also that came about from the love of just keeping the animals. So I think the transition period from 3 to 200 was a very significant time for me, because, you know, I didn't get into it directly commercially. And you know, that's the challenge that also I normally get now with farmers, because you introduce a farmer into rabbit farming, immediately he or she wants to make money. Hey, Justin, how do I make money here? How do I make money here? Pesa iko wapi? Yeah. But you know, these things, there are a lot of things intertwined in between. And if you don't have something more driving you than the money you're looking at to get at the end of it all, then I think you're gonna lose the plot in between there. So to me personally, I think to farmers who want to aspire into rabbit farming, don't get into it with big numbers of rabbits. It's your first time and you want to start with the 100 rabbits, you want to start with the 200 rabbits. It's good. You might have the finances to do that. Yeah. But now, if you don't first connect with the animal first, then you'll have missed a greater part of the journey that you've left behind. Yeah, and that will give you bigger challenges for you reaching your destinations, and you'll not have the shock absorbers of of handling the challenges if you have not really understood the animal.
Wow,
Yep.
great
Yep.
advice.
Yep.
Great advice.
Yep.
So, how long have you been running the Millimag rabbits farm?
Yeah, I was saying I began in Mombasa. I began with 3 rabbits. It's been 8 years now.
Wow, congratulations.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
It has been quite a journey, but even we are fortunate that even we are in Ruai now. We'll be able to spread our wings further. Yeah, and it's been, I can say we are not yet there. To me, I'm feeling like the journey now is when it's beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm getting each and every time I get to know more, because I have that drive. I get to research more. I get to figure out how do we improve these products that we have. If it's the bunny slippers, how do we keep on improving them? How do we keep on improving them? So that as we keep on improving them, as we keep on creating awareness about the meat, as we keep on having these conversations with you, then people get to know more about rabbit farming. People get to know more about rabbit meat, and I believe we'll be achieving what we have set out to do. Yeah.
What advice did you give to the new farmer?
Good. To me, I think nowadays the new farmer is the young person who is coming up, um, and that's what you normally even aspire to bring a lot of youths into rabbit farming, because as we are saying, we are trying to safeguard the tomorrow now, and we're already seeing that the bigger livestocks going forward, and also considering the frequent urbanization, meaning now we're gonna start sticking to the smaller livestocks. So even you normally work with youth groups like here in Nairobi. We're working with the youth groups in Dandora, in like Mkuru, Kayole, have some in Korogosho. So we are training them, and we're showing them about climate smart activities through rabbit farming, and also through them looking at what kind of other income can they get, because they also have waste. Yeah, they also get waste from their different activities. How are they handling that waste? Because today waste also can add back to the environment, or it can be recycled back. So in essence, if once one wants to begin rabbit farming, yeah, I think the most important thing is why are you doing it? Yes. Yeah. What do you want to give the community? What do you want to add back to the environment? I think when you start asking yourself such questions, then they lead you to rabbit farming. Then I believe you'll be a very good ambassador about rabbit farming, and I'm quite sure you won't be somebody who will start and leave it in the middle of it all, because most of us we are living it in the middle of it all, because the industry is not established. The industry is just open-ended. Prices keep on shifting up here and there. The market is not sustainable, is not stable for now, but it is only us who can make the market sustainable, who can lead to those actions. But it needs concrete ambassadors who have that message to take it forward.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And you are one. Maybe I must say, I met Justin at the Nairobi showground.
Yes.
You remember creating awareness?
Yes,
He had a grill, and he was really encouraging, people to have a bite. If they can buy, they would buy. But he was really giving around the rabbit meat.
Yes.
So I really admired that, the way you're creating awareness wherever you go.
Yes.
And then meat is very nice.
Yeah, the meat is
and tender and very tasty.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so you're doing you're doing a lot
that's
to
why
create awareness.
We want people to indulge in that meat.
Yeah.
Yes, because then why not? If it is tasty, if it is lean meat, if it is low in fat, if it is highly digestible for the elderly, it is good for people with diabetes, hypertension, then why not? Why not engage in it? Then I think that's the message that we need to continue telling people. We need to, because some people also, there's that gap of knowledge. Some people are not aware about it. Some people know, just have now, as I was telling you, the traditional view of it. But now how do we change this narrative? Yes, that's the question.
Wow, that's a challenge. A very good challenge, because we are the consumers. We are the ones who are going to change the narrative. It's you and me. So we are almost coming to the end of our show. Justin, would you maybe give us contacts on how someone can reach you?
Okay, you can reach out to us. We have a website at millimagrabbits.co.ke, and also we have social media handles. We have a Facebook page, Millimag Rabbits Farm. We have a Twitter handle at Rabbit Choice _. We have our Instagram page, Millimag Rabbits Choice. And also we have our LinkedIn page, Millimag Rabbits. And also you can reach us through phone number 0726 78 1242.
Any closing words for our viewers?
Oh, great. It has been a great experience sharing this journey with you. And I want to urge people who are watching to adopt, to come and be part of this journey. For the ones that can join us, we really like to have as many as possible. Because now changing the notion, I think, from pets to the commercial aspect now of the rabbit as the animal, I think is the greatest gap that that we need to bridge. So I think, to me, it's good that people get accustomed to the meat. It's good people get to know rabbit meat and the value chain, the value addition that rabbit farming can bring, and how also it can contribute to climate change, how it's sustainable going forward, considering all the global challenges we are facing.
Yeah, we've come to the end of today's show. We've learned so much on rabbit farming, and we want to invite you to our next episode where we'll learn more from another agripreneur, another farmer, or an agribusiness expert. Follow us on social media at Shift AgriHub across the channels. Visit our website at www.shiftagrihub.com. So see you in the next episode as we interview another agripreneur or an expert. Thank you.